Hello and welcome to this edition of News Today. Without delay, let's have a look at the headlines first. Second Arihant-class submarine INS Arighaat commissioned into Indian Navy. A pan-India analysis has been conducted of fluoride in Groundwater National Remote Sensing Center. Government allows sale of rice from Food Corporation of India for ethanol production. UK's University of Southampton is set to open a campus in Gurugram, Delhi NCR. Pathways and strategies for accelerating growth in edible oils towards Atmanirbharta, report released by NITI Aayog. Let us begin with the very first news. The Indian Navy has recently commissioned its second Arihant-class submarine, INS Arighaat, bolstering India's strategic maritime capabilities. With this addition, the Indian Navy now possesses two SSBNs, or Ship Submersible Ballistic Nuclear in its fleet, INS Arihant and INS Arighaat, marking a significant step in India's defense strategy. The Arihant-class submarines are a product of India's Advanced Technology Vessel Project, an ambitious indigenous program aimed at developing and building nuclear-powered submarines. INS Arihant, the first of its kind, was commissioned in 2016 and has since demonstrated its prowess by successfully launching a submarine-launched ballistic missile in the year 2022. The submarine is capable of carrying up to 4 K4 SLBMs, which have a range exceeding 3,500 kilometers, or 12 K15 SLBMs with a range of 750 kilometers, providing a credible and formidable nuclear deterrent. In addition to its indigenous capabilities, India also signed a $3 billion deal with Russia in 2019 to lease an Akula-class nuclear-powered attack submarine for 10 years, further enhancing its submarine fleet. The commissioning of INS Arighaat is a crucial development in strengthening India's nuclear deterrence capability. It reinforces the country's nuclear triad, which includes land-based intercontinental ballistic missiles, submarine-launched ballistic missiles, and strategic bombers, ensuring a credible second strike capability in line with India's no-first-use nuclear policy. This capability is particularly significant given India's strategic position in South Asia, bordered by nuclear-armed neighbors China and Pakistan. Beyond nuclear deterrence, the addition of INS Arighaat contributes to India's broader strategic goals. It signifies a move towards increasing India's naval prowess by building towards blue water navy capable of operating in deep oceans and projecting power far beyond its shores. Moreover, the development of Arihant-class submarines aligns with the vision of Atmanirbhar Bharat, demonstrating India's growing self-sufficiency in critical defense technologies. By developing these advanced submarines indigenously, India is not only enhancing its defense capabilities, but also reducing its dependence on foreign suppliers. However, despite these advancements, challenges remain. India's submarine capabilities, though growing, still face competition, particularly from China, which operates 6 Jin-class SSBNs, each equipped with JL-2 ballistic missiles with a range of 7,200 kilometers, significantly outstripping the range of India's K-15 missiles. Furthermore, sustained investment in technological advancement is crucial to ensure that India's submarine fleet remains at par with global standards. Moving ahead, a comprehensive pan-India analysis of fluoride levels in groundwater has been conducted by the National Remote Sensing Center, revealing concerning findings about the prevalence of fluoride contamination in various regions across the country. Fluoride, a natural occurring element in groundwater, has a national drinking water limit set at 1.50 milligrams per liter. When this limit is exceeded, it can lead to serious health issues, including skeletal fluorosis, accelerated dental decay, and other health risks, particularly for children. The key findings from this analysis highlights the state with the highest levels of fluoride contamination. Rajasthan tops the list, followed by Telangana, Western Andhra Pradesh, and Eastern Karnataka. The data also indicates that fluoride contamination is at its peak during the dry summer pre-monsoon months. This seasonal pattern is particularly pronounced in arid regions, especially in Western India, where the contamination levels are notably higher compared to more humid areas. Fluoride is not the only contaminant posing a threat to groundwater quality in India. The analysis also sheds light on the status of other groundwater contaminants across the country. Arsenic contamination is a significant concern, with West Bengal, Bihar, Jharkhand and Uttar Pradesh accounting for 90% of arsenic contamination in India. Uranium contamination has been detected in around 12 states, with Punjab being one of the affected regions. Iron contamination is prevalent in states like Rajasthan, Jharkhand, and Assam. Additionally, other contaminants such as antimony, cadmium, copper, and barium are present in the groundwater, all of which have adverse impacts on human health, including toxicity, hypertension, and liver and kidney damage. In response to these challenges, several legislative and policy measures have been implemented. The Water Prevention and Control of Pollution Act of 1974, the Environment Protection Act of 1986, and the Water Cess Act of 1977 are some of the key legislative frameworks aimed at addressing water pollution and ensuring safe drinking water. Furthermore, efforts to recharge groundwater through rainwater harvesting have been promoted under various government initiatives such as the Prime Minister Krishi Sinchai Yojana Watershed Development and the Atal Bhujal Yojana. These initiatives are designed to enhance groundwater levels and improve water quality, particularly in regions facing severe contamination.
In a prominent policy shift, the government has greenlit the sale of rice from the Food Corporation of India for ethanol production. This move, effective between August and October 2024, is a part of the Food Ministry's broader strategy to allow ethanol producers to tap into surplus rice stocks, marking a pivotal step in India's journey towards energy security and self-reliance. The Food Ministry's latest orders also include reversing last year's ban on using sugarcane juice, sugar syrup, B-heavy molasses, and C-heavy molasses for ethanol production in 2024-25. The ban was initially imposed to ensure sufficient sugar availability for domestic consumption and maintain price stability. However, with India's rice stocks exceeding a massive 540 lakh tons, the government sees an opportunity to manage this excess while contributing to renewable energy goals. The rationale behind this decision is twofold. Firstly, it addresses the challenge of managing surplus rice stocks, which have been a burden on storage facilities. Secondly, it will contribute to India's energy security and self-reliance by boosting renewable energy use through ethanol blending. Additionally, it supports India's ethanol blending program, which aims to blend ethanol with petrol to reduce import dependence and save foreign exchange. The program is ambitious, targeting a 20% ethanol blend by 2025-26, and the current blending rate has already exceeded 15%, with over 500 crore litres of ethanol blended with petrol in 2022-23 alone. However, the road to achieving these targets is not without its challenges. Ethanol producers face issues regarding to feedstock availability and weather regarding disruptions, while all marketing companies must contend with the need for additional storage tanks, logistics costs, and emissions. Vehicle manufacturers, on the other hand, are tasked with optimizing engines for higher ethanol blends and conducting durability studies on these engines. Looking ahead, the way forward involves several strategic steps. Encouraging the use of water-saving crops like maize for ethanol production can help conserve resources, while production from non-food feedstocks can prevent a trade-off with food security. Additionally, clustering ethanol distilleries and ensuring a smooth supply from surplus to deficit states will be crucial for maintaining a steady ethanol supply. Wrapping up, initiatives taken by the government includes National Policy on Biofuels 2018, reduced GST on ethanol for ethanol blending program from 18% to 5%. And lastly, Amendment to Industries Development and Regulation Act 1951 for smooth movement of ethanol across country. In a groundbreaking move set to reshape India's higher education landscape, the University of Southampton, ranked among the top 100 in the QS World University Rankings, is gearing up to open a campus in Gurugram, Delhi NCR. This prestigious UK-based institution's arrival is a testament to India's growing appeal as a hub for global education, aligning seamlessly with the National Education Policy 2020 and the latest UGC guidelines. The NEP 2020 has been a catalyst in transforming India's education system, emphasizing internationalization at home. By encouraging global universities to establish campuses here, NEP aims to create a unique educational ecosystem where international students can study Indian culture, sciences, and traditions. Complementing this, the UGC guidelines of 2023 provide a robust framework for foreign universities operating in India. These guidelines meticulously address the eligibility criteria, admissions, and fee structure, ensuring a smooth integration of global institutions into the Indian educational fabric. But why is this significant? For one, it mitigates the long-standing issue of brain drain, offering students world-class education without the need to leave the country. Financial strain on families is also reduced, and the presence of such reputed institutions is expected to push emerging private universities to enhance their quality and capacity, fostering a competitive yet enriching academic environment. However, the road ahead is not without its implementational challenges. One major hurdle is the incorporation of Indian culture and multilingualism into the curriculum, a critical aspect for foreign higher education institutions operating in India. There is also a concern that these institutions might focus predominantly on India-specific research, potentially limiting the broader global research perspective that UGC guidelines seek to uphold. Moreover, global experiences reveal that elite world-class institutions often remain domestic, making the presence of FHEIs globally a rare phenomenon. Looking ahead, the future roadmap calls for strategic partnerships between FHEIs and local institutions to foster profound research with a global outlook. Reforms in governance models of local universities involving global academics with significant autonomy are also crucial. Lastly, promoting the idea of studying in India on the global stage could attract international students, enriching the educational experience for all.
In our next news, NITI Aayog's latest report addresses a critical issue facing India: pathways and strategies for accelerating growth in edible oils towards Atmanirbharta. The report focuses on bridging the demand-supply gap to attain self-sufficiency in edible oils like olive oil, palm oil, soybean oil, and canola oil, etc. Now, if we talk about the need for self-sufficiency, then India currently imports about 57% of its edible oil needs, making it highly vulnerable to global price fluctuations and supply disruptions as it minimizes the import dependency. With domestic supply at approximately 12.4 million tons and imports at 16.5 million tons, there's a pressing need to reduce this dependency. Achieving self-sufficiency in edible oils is not just an economic imperative, it's also vital for nutritional security. Edible oils play a crucial role in the absorption of fat-soluble vitamins, which are essential for overall health. Moreover, reducing import dependency can positively impact India's balance of payments and foster the growth of the domestic processing industry, leading to enhanced economic development. To move towards self-sufficiency, NITI Aayog has outlined several strategies. One key approach is area retention and diversification, which involves developing customized cluster technologies to improve yields. There's a particular focus on oilseed development in regions like Bundelkhand and the Indo-Gangetic Plain, as well as prioritizing the use of wasteland and fallow land for oilseed cultivation. Another critical strategy is ensuring seed traceability and quality assurance. The establishment of initiatives like One Block, One Seed Village aims to enhance the seed replacement rate, while the promotion of biofortified and genetically improved varieties of oilseeds is expected to increase productivity. In terms of production technologies, the report highlights the importance of adopting improved and advanced production technologies, such as heterosis breeding for crops like sunflower, castor, mustard, and sesame. Heterosis breeding involves creating hybrids that are more robust and higher yielding than their parent plants, a technique that can significantly boost crop yields. The government's commitment to this cause is evident in key initiatives like the National Mission on Edible Oil Palm and the Integrated Scheme on Oilseeds, Pulses, Oil Palm, and Maize. These programs aim to enhance the production and processing of edible oils within the country, reducing reliance on imports and moving India closer to self-sufficiency.
In today's Personality News, we will be discussing about Srimanta Sankardeva. Born in Alipukhuri, situated in Nagaon district of Assam, he was a saint, scholar, polymath, social religious reformer. In terms of his key contributions, he propagated a form of Vaishnavism called Ik Sharan Hari Naam Dharma. His religious system was strictly monotheistic. He also founded unique Vaishnavite monasteries called Satras. Additionally, he is known for creating new forms of music, theatrical performance, dance, and literary language. His literary work includes Bhakti Pradeep, Bhakti Ratnakar, Kirtan Ghosh, etc. He displayed values of spiritualism, syncretism, humanism, and more.
As we conclude today's main news, let's have a look at some quick updates. The Ministry of Women and Child Development launched a new She-Box portal to make workplaces safer for women. It is a centralized platform for registering and monitoring complaints of sexual harassment of women at workplace. The Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports has launched Retired Sportsperson Empowerment Training or RESET program. This program aims to empower retired sportsperson with knowledge and skills for career development and increased employability. The Department of Economic Affairs amended Securities Contracts Regulation Rules 1956, facilitating direct listing of securities by public Indian companies on international exchange of international financial service centers. Recently, visitors to RK Beach, Visakhapatnam, witnessed the sea receding by 150 meters. Experts believe it may have been caused due to shifting of ocean currents from north to south in the Indian Ocean. World Gold Council raises India's gold consumption projection to 850 tons in 2024. WGC was formed in 1987 by some mining companies. It is the authority on gold and explores unique gold markets and conducts research. MasterCard chooses India for launch of its Payment Passkey service. Payment Passkey service provides customers with a non-OTP based solution for transactions. It uses passkeys and tokenization to secure a consumer's online checkout interaction. Distribution of green manure dhencha has recently been commenced in Tamil Nadu. Dhencha is generally known as green manuring crop in India. It is a tall annual herb adapted to wet areas and heavy soils. First indigenously developed pollution control vessel of ICG Samudra Pratap has been launched. The ship has been built by Goa Shipyard Limited for ICG. Before we sign off, let's challenge your understanding in today's installment of Test Your Knowledge. Thank you for joining us. We hope you found this episode of News Today engaging. For the solution to the quiz and to access the PDF version of News Today, remember to visit the provided links in the description below.